Hey guys, and welcome back to Gabbin with Jessa. Today's video is going to be a little more casual. I'm just sitting here chilling on my bedroom floor, and that's because I decided to do a tier ranking video. Are these still cool? I don't really know. I keep seeing them, so I'm gonna go with yes. In today's video, I'm going to be tier ranking all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe characters. I didn't get into the Marvel Cinematic Universe back in 2008 like a lot of other people did. I saw various movies, but then throughout the last few years or so, I've done more research into it. I've watched all of the movies, and I've become the biggest fan. I've started reading comic books from Marvel based on those characters, which has also expanded my comic book going more character universe and such. So it has had a really big impact on me and what I really like, what I find entertaining, and I've also just really liked going deeper and diving deeper into these characters through either their Marvel Cinematic arch or their Marvel Comics arch, and I just decided that I really wanted to do a tier ranking video. In this video, I'm going to be tier ranking all of the characters that have been considered heroes throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So throughout the last 23 movies, I have picked all, of course, the major characters, but also some side characters that have also played a really important role within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm really excited about it. I've got my Mickey pillow pet here with my laptop on top so my legs don't get too hot, and let's just jump right into this. So here's my whole tier. I'm really excited. I created my own one. I didn't find one. I just decided to create my own because I wanted to have my own little tiers and stuff. So I really do enjoy all of the characters. There's not really any heroes that I dislike extremely, so I kind of viewed this as who I would want, like, on my team. So the last tier is picked last for dodgeball. Essentially, yeah, I'll have them on my team, but they're probably, like, the last choice that I would want. I guess I'll take you. One of, like, the people that I'm like, yeah, you know, you could be a beneficial part of the team, but no one that I really feel a connection to. I need them on my team. A very nice average person that has certain strengths but also certain weaknesses that would still be beneficial to the team but may not be like the highest person to have. Absolutely yes. That's a pretty obvious one. And the Scarlet Witch tier, which I will explain more once I get to her character. So the first person that I have right here is the Ancient One. And I really like the Ancient One. I thought that she was a very interesting character for Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange is one of the most underrated movies. Not only is it, like, I really enjoy the character of Doctor Strange, I've always loved magic, and so I kind of connected with Doctor Strange because of the magic aspect of it, but also, like, it's just so crazy, and it's so mind-boggling, and I don't know, it was a lot of fun. And for the Ancient One, I thought that she was a really good character. I love that they brought her back for Endgame, and so I'm gonna put her on I need them on my team, because I think that she has some powers with magic that can really help out, that while she may not be one of the more popular ones, I still really liked her, and I think that she was a good person to have. Ant-Man. So, I am basically in love with Paul Rudd, and so that's why I think I have a more love for Ant-Man, but I'm gonna give him absolutely yes on my team, because Ant-Man, Scott Lang, I think that he brings a nice humor to it. He never really looked to be a hero. He never really wanted that thrust upon him, but then when he had the opportunity to do it, he took a lot with it, and I think he wanted to also prove to himself that he was more than just a criminal or whatever, because, you know, he's been in and out of jail, and we learned that in the beginning of the first Ant-Man movie. And so with Ant-Man, I think that he would be a great person to have, and just a lot of fun as well. And again, I love Paul Rudd, so it's an automatic yes. Black Panther. I'm gonna put Black Panther before the Ancient One. Maybe, if I can do that. There we go. On I need them on my team. I really think that a lot of Black Panther's strengths and what he learns to stand up for after learning the faults of all of the Black Panthers before him, I really like that part of the character for him, and I think that he is really strong. You know, he gets his power from that juice that he drinks that they have to strip him from when they're fighting for the title of Black Panther, and I really love his suit. I love his suit, and I think that's because I have a special love for Sheree because of her love for science, and I love science, and so I think I'm also biased towards that because I think that, I don't know, I just love the science behind his suit and how it just makes him stronger too. He doesn't just use the suit as like his power, he uses it as an advantage to his power, and so I'm gonna put him there. Black Widow! I'm gonna put Black Widow on absolutely yes, but after Ant-Man, because while she isn't a super person, she doesn't really have any, you know, special abilities or whatever that come from like a suit or a serum or anything like that. I love her. I think that she is tough and strong, and she has been through so much in her life, like with the Red Room and everything, that I can't wait to hopefully explore in the Black Widow movie that will maybe come out. But I think that Black Widow is a definite contender for an absolute yes on my team, because not only is she strong and well equipped and, you know, can basically do anything, I think that she's also very smart in the way that, like, she can easily trick people, get them to talk, get them to expose themselves or anything. And so I really like that. So I'm going to put her here. Captain America. Now, I love my Steve Rogers so much. I think that Steve was just a young boy from Brooklyn who just wanted to fight in the war because that's what he felt like he needed to do. That's what he felt like he wanted to do because he wanted to protect America and things like that. And even when he woke up during his long sleep, you know, and woke up in the present day and wasn't in the 40s anymore, I still think that it could have been an issue being like, for him to still want to trust the government and still want to trust everything around him like he did in the 40s. And when he learns that, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. has been infiltrated by Hydra and that the government wants to be able to control him, he doesn't feel as though that is right. He doesn't feel as though that's something that he should be doing, because he doesn't think that that will help people. His main goal is that he just wants to help people, and I love him for that. His first movie always makes me cry at the end for the stupidest reason, but I'm gonna put him before Ant-Man on my absolutely yes tier. Captain Marvel. I don't think I know too much about Captain Marvel. I mean, I do. She had her whole movie, and I think that was really interesting. I love the magic and the science between the Infinity Stones. However, I don't know, I didn't really connect with that movie as much as I would have wanted to, so I didn't really connect with Captain Marvel as much as I wanted to. But I'm not going to pretend like she isn't strong. I'm not going to say that, like, she's weak or anything like that. Of course not. She was created by the Space Stone, and she was able to break through all of Thanos' ships during Endgame. And so I think I'll put her here for now. I need them on my team, but that could be a possible change to I guess I'll take you. It's just hard because I wish I was able to connect with her. And like when I saw that first trailer for her movie, like turning her into a hero, like that transition scene that they had for just like the title screen, I thought that was really cool. And I don't know, I just wish that there was something more that I could have connected with besides the 90s nostalgia, because I thought that was really funny. Doctor Strange, he's going on absolute yes, but at the very end, yes, Doctor Strange is an arrogant jerk at first. He thinks he's like the best. I mean, he is, but I love magic. I love magic in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and what I love about him is that he was able to go against his beliefs, because, you know, he's a doctor and a scientist and things like that, and so he was like, nah, this is all mumbo jumbo, like, I'm just here to try to get my hands back, working back to normal, and he takes that and he learns and he grows, and I don't know, he is just someone that is, I don't know, I find this weird connection with Doctor Strange, and that's where I'm gonna put him, right there. Yes, that looks right. Drax, I'm gonna put him on I Guess I'll Take Ya. I mean, he's called Drax the Destroyer, and he is obviously, you know, a strong character if his name is the Destroyer, but towards the later Marvel movies, he just kind of becomes like comic relief, which I'm not going to say I didn't like, but I don't really know more about him from his powers or what he is able to do. I don't really remember learning much about that from the first Guardians either. I haven't seen these movies in a while, so maybe that's why, like, I'm going to put him there, but I don't know, I think he's there. He would be great comic relief on the team, and he's definitely going to be strong and dedicated to the team, but I just don't really know much about him other than that, so I'm going to put him there. Falcon, I'm going to put Falcon on Need Them on my team right there. Yes, that looks about right. So Falcon, I just can't wait for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show. Honestly, that's the main reason why I got Disney Plus, because I am so excited and so looking forward to that show. I think it's going to be great. I'm excited to see what he does as Captain America. And I think, again, as like a normal average guy from the war with like a nice specialty suit, he's able to bring a lot to his character, and I think that, again, he's a lot of fun to have, but also he helps Steve a lot in this new world. Steve is still learning how to, use the internet and things like that. And so with the Falcon, I think that Sam Wilson too, I think that he's just a great friend to Steve, and he's going to be there for Steve. He barely knows him, but when they go and search for Bucky throughout the in-between parts of whenever Captain America is in a movie or the Falcon's in a movie, it's just a really nice way to see a really good friend. And I think that him and Captain America and Black Widow all kick some serious butt in the Winter Soldier movie. Gamora! I'm gonna put Gamora... Oh gosh, it's so hard. Definitely up here because she is the deadliest woman in the universe. But I think I'll put her there because I think Black Widow is a little more deadly. She has come from so much. She was raised by Thanos to practically kill her sister. Like, he just put them against each other, and for the longest time, she just thought of it as a way to survive, and that was the only way to survive, but in the end, does want to take him down, does want to change what he's going to do, and doesn't believe in what her father believes in, and she's just so strong, and I love Zoe Saldana. Groot! I'm gonna put Groot. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of controversy, but I guess I'll put him here, and I'll take you. For baby Groot, I would take him 100% just for an adorable, little guy to have around. Teenage Groot is, like, super moody, so he might be a little annoying to have around, but still kind of strong, especially when he and Thor and Rocket all showed up in Wakanda in Infinity War. And then Big Groot, we didn't get much of, but he did sacrifice himself, so that's very nice. But also, he's a tree, and I just don't really feel a connection with Groot that I think a lot of other people do, so I'm gonna put him there. Happy Hogan! Sorry, Happy, but you're gonna go pick the last for Dodgeball, and it's nothing against him, it's just that he's not a superhero, he doesn't really have anything. He can fly my plane like he does in both of the Spider-Man movies, but I don't know, he just doesn't really have anything. But he's a really great guy, and I would totally keep him around. Hawkeye. I'm gonna put Hawkeye in I Guess I'll Take Ya, but before Drax, because, I think, he has some really cool bow and arrows, and I think that even though he had his dark past, or his dark stint during the events of Endgame during those 5 years, it wasn't out of spite. It wasn't because he was a bad guy. It was just because a terrible thing happened to him. Some families lost everyone, some families didn't lose anyone, and he lost everyone, and he was the only one left. And he's going to be able to, he wants to do anything to protect his family. But other than that, he doesn't really offer anything to me as someone being on the team, so I'm gonna put him there. Heimdall. Again, picked last for Dodgeball. I wanted to put him in here because I love Idris Elba, but I don't know. I don't know much about him. He's like the all-seeing person, and he does help Thor out a lot. It's one of his besties, but again, I don't really have a connection with him. I don't really know what else he can do, so he's gonna go there. Hulk smash. I'm gonna put him right here on I Need Them on My Team, because I think when Hulk and Bruce Banner are able to connect with each other and be one, he's a really strong contender. In Endgame, how he became Dr. Hulk, he's able to finally work them together instead of trying to get rid of the Hulk. He embraces him, and the Hulk is giant and green and he can smash things. It's not like he wouldn't not be beneficial to the team, and I do really like Bruce Banner and Hulk's arc that they go through together. Yeah, I kind of wish I saw a little bit more of it, because we just kind of went from what happened in Infinity War, where we didn't see the Hulk at all, except for the first 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it's 5 years later now, and they're just okay now. I wish we got a little bit more, would have seen a little bit more, but that probably would have made the 3-hour movie even longer, and I wouldn't be complaining. Iron Man. Now, in the battle of Captain America versus Iron Man, I'm always a Captain America fan, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Iron Man is not beneficial. Yes, he has his money, but he is way more than his money. I'm going to put him right after Captain America, but before Ant-Man. What he is able to create, not just for him, but for the team as well, is just so much. He is a genius. His brain is something that I wish I had, and so he's got to go right there. He's got to be at the top because essentially there would be no Avengers team or anything without him. And that's coming from the movie standpoint where Iron Man was the first Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. But I just think that with Iron Man and Tony Stark, who they are, they also go through a really great transition and arc, kind of like what Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange did. And of course, he made that amazing sacrifice at the end. So we're not going to pretend like that doesn't add something to him. Loki! Okay, I guess this is another unpopular opinion, but I was never really a Loki person, and it's not because, you know, he was the bad guy or whatever. I just didn't really connect with him like it seems like everybody else did. This is nothing against Tom Hiddleston, but I don't know, I just didn't really like Loki all that much. So I'm going to have him here. I need them on my team because, you know, mischief is really helpful, but also closer to the end because I just didn't really connect with him. Mantis, I love my girl Mantis, but she's going to go here on picked last for dodgeball. No, right here. Move. There we go. She doesn't really offer much. She could help me fall asleep, though, which is what I desperately need. So that's why she's going there. She might get moved up if I'm feeling like she should get moved up to behind Groot. Maria Hill, I'm going to go with I Guess I'll Take Ya, but I'm going to put her behind Groot. Again, she's a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. I'm not going to pretend like she's not tough and strong and things like that because I really did like her. But again, she doesn't really have anything to offer. And so I'm going to put her there. M'Baku! I loved him in Black Panther. I loved him. But again, I don't really know much about him. He did lose to Black Panther in that fight, but he held his own, so that's really good. So I'm going to put him right here. Because I do like him more than Drax, even though we still got more of Drax, but I would pick M'Baku before I would pick Drax for my team. Nebula! I love Nebula. I'm going to put her here. Because while she was seen as the villain in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and kind of in the second one too, we understand that it's because of what Thanos put her and Gamora through, and she is also tough. She was able to fight Gamora. She's trained against her, and if Gamora's the deadliest woman in the universe, yes, she might have kept losing, but that doesn't mean that she didn't hold up on her own. And so I'm going to put her there because I would love to have Nebula on my team. And she was also, like, one of the only girls besides Black Widow to survive the snap. If I'm thinking back on it, it was, like, all men and then Black Widow and her. And so she did contribute to the team where in certain parts of Endgame, I thought she was kind of, like, the lagging part of it. And I would have done things differently if I was in her position as Nebula, not as, like, Karen Gillan or anything. Yeah, she's gonna go there. I still like her. Nick Fury. I'm gonna put him on I Guess I'll Take Ya after Hawkeye. Because, again, he doesn't really offer anything except nice wisdom and advice. And Samuel L. Jackson plays him amazingly. You know what? I'm going to actually move him after M'Baku. Because he's getting old. We're not going to pretend like he's not getting old. And that's not talk about Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, Nick Fury's getting old, too. And so, while he's a very well-trained S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, doesn't really connect with me. I hate that her face was cut off, but right here is Peggy Carter. And I'm going to put her on Need My Team because I love her. I loved Peggy Carter. I think it's the reason why I loved Captain America: The First Avengers so much was because of her. I saw her as a nice, strong female character. And yes, she's similar to Nick Fury and Maria Hill, but I don't know. Me personally, I just think that if she was able to be someone working for the U.S. Army while she's British and just coming in here and showing these men who's boss, then, I mean, how could you not want that on your team? How could you not want someone like that on your team? And so, I'm going to put her there because that's where she belongs. Okoye! I love Okoye. But I'm going to put her right here after Nebula, but before the Ancient One. In a way, similar to Captain America, she's very dedicated to what she believes is right. And even though after Killmonger took over as Black Panther, she still rightfully served the throne. But then when more about Killmonger came out and what his real intentions were, and when Black Panther T'Challa came back, she knew that the right thing to do, even though it was against her duties, even though that it was against her country, technically, was to fight against Killmonger. I really liked that, and I really like her dedication. And even though she may not have some sort of a power, again, she is strong, and she is tough, and she deserves to be on the team. I need her on my team. Phil Coulson, oh, sorry, Phil. I'm going to put him here. I haven't seen the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, so I really can't say much about him there. And I do love his heart and what he is to S.H.I.E.L.D. And, you know, I know that he, like, fake dies or whatever and comes back in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show after being killed off in Avengers. But he's got a good heart, but I just don't really have the need to, like, put him anywhere else on my team. Quicksilver! So this is going to be based on the Quicksilver, obviously from the MCU, not in the Fox X-Men movies, which I've only seen a few of anyway. This is hard, because I loved Quicksilver in the movie. I know that a lot of people like the X-Men Quicksilver better, and he was done better, but I'm going to put him before Hawkeye. One, because he saves Hawkeye's butt, and even though him and Wanda, Scarlet Witch, you know, were bad at first or whatever in Age of Ultron. Unpopular opinion, I really liked Age of Ultron, not gonna lie. That's besides the point, but I really liked Quicksilver. I don't know, I was able to make a connection with him that I can't really explain. I know he was only in it for one movie, but I was able to make a really strong connection with him. But again, I don't really know much about him other than, you know, what happened to him in Age of Ultron. So that's why I'm going to go with I Guess I'll Take You. Rescue! So this is Pepper Potts as Rescue. And I'm going to put her after Captain Marvel, but definitely I still need them on my team. We only get that brief section of her during that fight of what she's able to do as Rescue. But also as Pepper Potts as a character, I really like her. And she is a boss babe in, like, the best word, even though I hate using that phrase. I thought she was great, and I know that if she was able to get more screen time as Rescue, I think that she really would have done well. And also, she was able to put up with Tony Stark for so long, and so I think that's a power in and of itself. Rocket Raccoon, I'm gonna put him, I don't know, I don't really like Rocket, but I'm gonna put him right here around Groot, because he is very smart as well. Not just for, like, being an animal, but, like, as a person, too. He was experimented on, you know, for so many years, and he just kind of became a jerk because of the way he was raised. And so, you can't really blame him for what he became, because he was just a product of his environment. But again, he's a good weapons guy, and with him and the Winter Soldier, when they did, like, that rotating gun thing during Infinity War, that was a lot of fun. But other than that, I don't really find a reason to keep Rocket on my team, but I still really like him. I think he would be a great asset when it came to rebuilding something or coming up with ideas or something like that, so that's why I'm going to put him on I Guess I'll Take You. We've reached her, Scarlet Witch. Now, I have a lot to say about Scarlet Witch. She's going in the Scarlet Witch tier because in the MCU, this is strictly MCU, not like comics related. I don't care what anyone else says. She is the strongest Avenger. She is so tough, and I don't know how people can't see this. I remember on Twitter, this is what kind of inspired me to make a Scarlet Witch section for my tier ranking, was because there was this thing going around being like, okay, you have $15 to spend on your team, and each character was worth a different amount of money, and they put Scarlet Witch at $2 when the highest was $5, and of course they put the original, like, 6 in the $5. I understand that. If you want to put them there, fine, but you have to put at least Scarlet Witch in the $4 tier. I mean, did you not see what she was able to do? She was created by the Mind Stone, which is my personal favorite Infinity Stone from the movies, and she has, like, these powers. When we're first introduced to her, she's able to trick Tony Stark into basically predicting everything that happened, and she's able to trick all of the others and even get Hulk to rage against the entire city, and she can not only just do mind tricks, but she can just use her telekinesis powers and just do everything, and I don't understand why people don't put respect on her, because she is so tough. She almost killed Thanos by herself twice. She, in Infinity War, as she was killing the love of her life, because they both knew that that's what had to be done, she was also holding off Thanos with one hand, and then killing Vision in the other hand. And that just doesn't only take so much power, but so much emotion too. And the fact that, like, I don't know, people seem to forget that scene. I don't know, I didn't. And ever since we were introduced to her in Age of Ultron, I'm like, this girl is so strong. And she's been through so much. And then Endgame came, and she almost killed him single-handedly again. And I just don't understand why so much disrespect. I know it was only one tweet, but I know my friends and I both agreed that, like, we all agreed that, like, that was just such disrespect on her, because, oh my gosh, that was basically the reason why I'm doing these videos. It's because of the disrespect that was put on Scarlet Witch's name. Okay, I'm over. I'm done. Sharon Carter. I'm gonna put her right here, because, again, I know that she doesn't really have any powers and she's just a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, but I love that she was kind of like an undercover one, spying on Steve, essentially, in The Winter Soldier. And again, she's also another strong female character that I look up to. She left S.H.I.E.L.D. after it collapsed and got a high-ranking job in another detective CIA agency, and I really love that. And she's related to Peggy Carter, so that's amazing too. And I wish they were able to do more with her. I think she's showing up in one of the Marvel shows, but I do not remember which one. I think it's actually the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. Yeah, that would make sense, yes. And so I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with her character, because I think it would be a lot of fun. Sheree, my main girl Sheree. I'm putting Sheree right here, because she is basically half the reason why I love Black Panther so much. And you know what? Actually, no. I changed my mind. Sheree's going to go right here, because she created that Black Panther suit. I love how smart she is, and how she kind of gives sass during Infinity War over to Bruce Banner, because when they're trying to figure out everything with Vision and how to get the Mind Stone out of his head while still keeping him intact. I love Sheree. I love Sheree so much. I think she's funny. I think she's sassy. I think she's smart and a great person to have on your team. And she also, like, kicks butt too. She's not afraid to back down from a challenge. She's not someone that I would want to mess with, and so she's going there. I love her so much. Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I'm going to put him right here on absolutely yes, because not only did I meet Tom Holland, so I have a little bias towards him, but I think Peter Parker is just excited. I think that he just wants to have a good time. I think he's just there to have fun, but also in the way of where, you know, he's so dedicated. He just wants to do good. He wants to prove that he can be someone, because in school, he's just, you know, an average kid, smart kid, nice and average, but, like, you know, he just kind of is lost in the crowd. But as Spider-Man, he's able to be someone that he wants to be. He wants to help people. He wants to change things, and you can't not have him on your team. Peter Quill. I'm going to put him before Quicksilver on I Guess I'll Take You. I love Chris Pratt, and I love Star-Lord, but, again, I don't really connect with him, although I did really like, again, an unpopular opinion, I did really like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, with trying to connect him with his father and everything like that, and learning that he is half planet. Celestial? Yeah, that's it. But again, I don't really know what he would add to my team. I don't really know, like, it just doesn't, there's just nothing that really connects me to Star-Lord. And it's so weird, because it seems like a lot of the Guardians of the Galaxy characters are, like, on this tier, but I'm not going to pretend like I didn't love those movies, and I'm not going to pretend like these aren't great characters. They're just not people I really connect with, and they're not really people that, like, I don't know, would be beneficial in the team that I have in my head. And so I'm going to put them there. I might move them up. But next we're going to have Thor, and obviously Thor is... I'm going to put Thor here, because, no, I'm going to put Thor here. Because you gotta have Thor on your team, and he's so strong, and also I love the arc that he went through of, you know, he thought that what he had to do was be king and be this ruler and do everything well, when really he just needed to learn more about himself, and especially from Thor Ragnarok, the third one, all the humor and stuff aside, he was able to learn that even though he lost something, Mjolnir, that was really important to him, he didn't need it. He didn't need that to be who he is. So he went through kind of a discovery, learning that, like, it's okay to lose things, but that doesn't mean that you've lost yourself. And even though he went through so much as well, he lost his hammer, his brother, his land, like, all in the span of, like, a few days, all his friends, he's still coming out strong, and he's still coming out tough, and I love that. Now, Valkyrie, on the other hand, I'm gonna put Valkyrie here. Before Black Panther, but after Sheree. Because, again, I love her. She's nice. She's, like, tough, and she's strong, and she doesn't take crap from anyone. And I think that she's a really great warrior. And, you know, I like a warrior. I need one on my team. And so, Valkyrie was a great addition. I think Tessa Thompson did amazing. And so, you gotta have her there. You just gotta have her there. Then we have Vision. And I have really confusing feelings on Vision, because Vision could be, like, the strongest Avenger, but then in Infinity War, he, like, didn't do anything. He, like, had one battle, but, like, he's still super strong, like he was in Age of Ultron, and so I'm just so confused. And you know what? He's gonna go, not there. He's gonna go here, because I wish they did more with his character. I wish that he wasn't such a bum in Infinity War, because I felt like he could have added a lot, and he did. I'm not gonna pretend like he didn't. Actually, no, he's gonna go before Peter Quill, and I guess I'll take you. I don't know, I just kind of wanted more out of him. I was so excited after watching him and what he did in Age of Ultron, and then I just kind of felt left down in Civil War and in Infinity War. And I know at the latter part of the movie when he's, you know, on the operating table with Sheree, and, you know, he can't really do much there. He's technically in the middle of an operation, totally fine. But, I don't know, in that one scene at the beginning, or that he was in with Scarlet Witch during the rainy scene, when they're, like, on the run, and more of Thanos' goons come down, I don't know, I wanted more from him from that scene. I don't think he should have been taken as easily. Well, then again, he was kind of stabbed, but he's also like an AI robot. Like, I don't really know. I'm very confused on my feelings for Vision, so I'm gonna put him there. I could maybe bump him up after Rescue. No, I'm gonna move him after Rescue. That's it. That's where he belongs. After Rescue. That looks right. War Machine. I love Rhodey, but he doesn't really offer anything to me. He's just another Iron Man. And while he is tough, and he did get paralyzed, and that is very unfortunate, and Tony Stark was able to create something so he didn't have to be paralyzed anymore, he just never really connected with me. The Wasp. I love the Wasp. I think, again, that she is so strong and tough, and I love her. And let's see here. Definitely up here on I need them on my team. I'm gonna put her right there, actually. No, I'm gonna put her here. And I'm not gonna put her in Absolutely Yes, just because I kind of want to now. You know what? No, I'm actually gonna move her. No, I don't know. I just love that there's so many, yes, there's a lot of men in this group, obviously. I mean, that's what attracts comic book people to these movies. It's mostly been a lot of male heroes, but I'm so happy I was able to connect with a lot of these women characters because of how strong and how different they are and how much they just don't want to, you know, follow the boys' rules or anything like that. You know what? No, that looks good. I'm gonna keep her there. That feels good to me, right there. However, Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, he's definitely going an absolute yes. I'm putting him before Doctor Strange. I think that poor Bucky Barnes has been through way too much. He keeps getting brainwashed. He, yes, did murder Tony Stark's parents, but it wasn't his fault. I am 100% believer that obviously he didn't know what he was doing, and he's trying so hard to get back to the way that he was, and he's also a man out of time, just like Captain America is. I mean, he's growing up used to everything in the 40s, and then he, you know, fell off the train, and then was captured, and now he's been brainwashed for the last, I don't know how many years, since at least since the 50s or 40s. So, like, what, 60, 70, 80 years? Like, that's gotta be so hard. And, again, he doesn't do much, but I want him to use that arm more, because it definitely wasn't utilized in Endgame and in Infinity War. And I think that is what could get him to be great. But he's 100% on my team, no matter what. Wong, sorry Wong, you're gonna go here, because at least Mantis can make me sleep. And where the heck did he go during Infinity War? It's not like he disappeared. He was one of the ones who survived, I'm pretty sure. And he just didn't do anything. I don't get it. And then Yondu. Now, this may be weird, but one of the deaths, Marvel deaths, that gets me to cry every time is Yondu's. And I have no idea why. I mean, I do know why, but I don't know. I think that's kind of weird. But I'm going to put Yondu right here after Vision. Oh, no, not that high. Right here after Vision on I Need Them on my team. Because, first of all, he can whistle. And that whistly arrow thing, I think is the coolest thing ever. And also, like, he was kind of a criminal. He has a background as a criminal. And the reason why I put him in heroes as opposed to villains is because, I mean, that's what I feel like he is a hero. He ended up dying a hero, and I think that's why that scene makes me cry every time, is because all these people that, like, went against him, all the people that he called, like, his family and things, he didn't always follow their rules. He didn't always, you know, follow, like, he was supposed to bring Peter Quill to Ego, but he didn't feel as that was right, and yeah, he used Peter Quill to steal things because he was small. He still knew deep in his heart that bringing him to Ego wasn't what was good for him, and raised him as his father. And I love that about Yondu, and I think Yondu had a great arc. I think that he's a great character, and I would definitely love to have him on my team. So there we go. There is my team. I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, that looks about right to me. I don't think I'm really going to change anything. I will share this if you guys want to do one yourself. I'm going to be doing another one based on the Marvel villains, and I'm really excited about that. I do have a lot of tier ranking videos, like, ideas in my head, and hopefully this still stays cool. Even if it doesn't, I'm still going to do them because I'm having a lot of fun with this. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys agree, disagree? Where would you put all these people? Where would you put all these heroes? And let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep on gabbing.